Hello everyone, and welcome to my first in a series where I talk about popular movies I've never seen before. The first in the series is Schindler's List. We can all agree that Oscar award winners are considered popular. Maybe they weren't prior to winning an Oscar, but definitely after the fact, sales increase because people are curious. Schindler's List is an older movie. It's my top requested film to watch. So I decided, hey, not only am I going to watch it, but I'm going to talk about it. Because I think it's an important movie people should see. It's really important today because of what's happening in the Middle East, Russia, North Korea, stuff like that. So I really liked Liam Neeson's acting performance, of course. He's a king when it comes to acting. That man has been in several movies and he's played several different things, including a Jedi, so awesome. The casting in general was pretty good, including, other main characters, not just Schindler's allies, but also the antagonist of the film in particular. I liked the artistic and cinematic style of the film, cutting back and forth between brutality and then reaction shots and stuff like that. I really liked Schindler's character, as I said, just because he's suave, he's a businessman, but he's also trying to save lives. And I really like at the end in particular where he talks about how his car could have saved 10 more lives and his, Nazi pin could have saved 3 more. He had a value of lives for all of his possessions, basically. I really liked the parallel between the trains showing up to work for Schindler and the trains that got rerouted to Auschwitz, and then the difference of the atmosphere and everything. The first train, the people are laughing, having a good time, and then the other train, the people are like, whoa, what's happening? I felt that Steven Spielberg kind of dropped the ball with one thing in particular. I think that, you see the Germans shooting the Jews at first, which is great progression, because as we all know, World War II progressed from first they're shooting the Jews to kill them, and then it moves on to the gas chambers. And you see that timeline in Schindler's List, and that was awesome, that was perfect. But you don't really get a sense of why they changed it from shooting to gassing, and the real answer is it was taking a toll on the German soldiers psychologically. A lot of people were questioning, why are we lining up all these Jewish people, men, women, and children, and killing them right there? In Schindler's List, it just shows the brutality of the Germans, which is great, because yes, they were brutal, no question about it. But I think he missed out on a character arc of a German soldier starting to go, wait a minute, what are we doing here? Why are we killing children? Why do I have to shoot the child when I have no bones to pick with them? I have nothing against them. I'm just following orders. That's the thing. Ultimately, they were soldiers. We all see them as these awful people. It is true. Most of them didn't question things. Most of them hated Jews. But some of them did question things. Some of them even abandoned the Reich, which I think, would have been interesting if that was in the movie. People have told me, well, he only had so much time, there's only so much you can do in a movie. The movie is so long that the DVD I had to flip it. It was like 3 hours on one side, and then it stopped and said, flip the disc for, the end of the movie, and there was another hour and a half there. So he had plenty of time, and something like that only needs to be subtle. Like the girl in the red dress, which I also want to talk about. I think there's only one thing of color in this movie. For people that don't know, the movie's primarily in black and white, which I think they did a great job with the lighting and stuff. You could still tell day and night for the most part, and the lighting was just great in the scenes. You could see the reflection, kind of like my hair right now. But the one thing of color was a girl in a red coat who you see running through a city. She hides under a bed, and then later you see her as a dead body. I really didn't get that. I think there could have been something else that was colored, as opposed to just this girl, because no matter how you look at it, you see this girl, if she was all in black and white, you still would have been upset about her being a dead body later because it's a child. I think maybe what he could have done was, had the blood be red, because we all know blood's red. It's not going to come out as green. It's not going to come out as purple, and it's something we can all identify with. And that has one of two effects. For a viewer. One of them would be, it's showing you the brutality of everything, you see everything in black and white, but you see the blood in red, and that really hits home. But it also shows you that it's almost the Jews dying is their way out of such a horrible situation. The blood represents their soul moving on. They're getting away from the death and the carnage and the despair and being treated like... Because in the film, they're treated worse than animals. I don't treat my dog worse or even like that. I treat her like almost like family. So it's like these people were treated like animals, only worse. And if you showed the blood in color, it would have probably emphasized it that much more. This movie raised a huge question for me, which I kind of alluded to at the beginning. Would we let something like this happen in today's day and age? And how would we even know it's happening? Because you see ISIS beheading people and all that stuff, and you see Russia at war, and they're clearly racist and homophobic. So could something like that happen today? And how would we go about stopping it? I don't want to answer that because I don't want to influence anybody's thought process here, because it's mostly an opinion anyway. But I want to know what you think. Could a Holocaust happen today?